obia sorry kwa pepa bia di se na ebe ya abusua no ebe nya bibi kakra eya asemo yakupon enhira obi bia adwuma so Kwabena a watuka taxi driver yango driver Uber driver obi bia no pe ba ko pe 2022 mu wa ye adwuma aboka eka wo boy no 60.8 billion Ghana cedis na se Ghana for sorry ti wo so ntesu kokko se ni awo ka no emwa adwuma wo Bank of Ghana ho no na wo ye no emwa wo man no enu ti resign wo dia won resign because demonstration ye course yi wo bia nim se won resign obi anim se na study CA enya dia wo be resign ne and wa resign china but for you to come out now wo catch the Ghana for say sa demonstration na course no omo mu lead here no omu nim channel was omu nim ekwan a e was omu address ba bi omu be address omu grievances and as omu be omu di omu how se wo ye adwuma no omu ntiase a omu nim the channel yeah was omu address omu grievances rather since omu be act as hooligans wo wachiri hooligan wo wachi titrani wo wachiri mambofo wo wachiri adesefo Dr. Ernest Addison wo wachi Ghana ha why biem ene wo edi wo wachi why biem nipa bay ene edi wo wachi se onjuni Ghana this year pempem ho Ghana population over 35 million na onjuni onipa no ho masses ho na wo dwene wo nkwan dia wo benya ho Dr. Ernest Addison ni awunkwa wo benya eno na wo dwen ho because Dr. Ernest Addison se odwen Ghana fo ho pa enkade bia wo ye wo Bank of Ghana ho no ko de adwene ni nyansa ebeto ho enka won ton ni nyansa enton na nimonyam emfa ngisika enka wo buni ho pa se wo buni ho se wakosuku wonimde e wo suahunu efie nyansa so pa na bi woni timu a Eka Ernest Addison won ton ni nimde enton na nimonyam emfa ngisika da hwe Dr. Ernest Addison Ghana ha sei ya wote no watena onom dia na hu hia occupy BOG dia na hu hia organizers lead protest eka che Ernest Addison say on resign na wonko because wanya bibia ama wase njai embo ne kro no hwe wo nipa ba kofo 2022 wa ma Ghana boka 60.8 billion Ghana cedis wo nipa ba kofo we say 2022 Ghana ye kombremu ya hu kire bremu a ye introduce new taxes ahokyere kese to Ghana for na introduce taxes e wo Ghana ha say e-levy abetwam existed ones taxes e ho no modada VAT nom na ye sign increase ye di bi e ka ho na president Akufo-Addo kenoforiata agigefo a o ma be so Ghana for so e ka kire Ghana for say burden sharing and Addison hwe yes wotua ne ho ka ne monthly allowance $8,000 $8,000 and $8,000 eba Ghana cedis mu a etwamu 90,000 Ghana cedis titisika no 900 million Ghana cedis ne busumi bi allowances a Ernest Addison waje no $8,000 wo de me nka dollars ne be enkrofo so mkituwa bi me nka no cedis mu 90,000 Ghana cedis titisikanim 900 million ene nya ne busumi akatio allowances such as waje nkwan no Ernest Addison ye the highest paid government official yeah every month be oje 300,000 Ghana cedis 300,000 Ghana cedis 300,000 Ghana cedis no enya asam kituo titisikanim buburu ya 3 billion a month titisikanim busumi bia no Ernest Addison eje 3 billion aside the allowances a waje wenum nyina akura waje ni nyina akura no afe ba kope watimi atwa sika 37 billion Ghana cedis ewi afa Ghana pa seriously empanifo amoda wo man ya no mutiri mu osum na mutiri mu odin na mo ye nipa bonefo oti dam free yesu light baby untua light baby oti dam free yesu nsuo bue water belly untua water bell ye to si uti shaw ye to tai bo minimu ye show wa show yire ne wo ma wo yire ne wo ma nyina ye show wa mo ye show e show yire ne wo ma wo da VAT mu free wo nto petrol wo nto diesel na onu ankasa kwa suku abodin wasanso de ne makọ na state ni kwa sanso atua ne masuku fees ai ready nyankopon na ewiase wanya bibia ma wase ye jai ebo ne kro no and start this sika pun suo yi nyina da taxpayers money na wo printer na wo ink na wo paper na wo betimi assign signature baako na dia print sika bebrenti na wankasa wonimu yese sika na wo print no e kire susanso obeye wo how dia magana for na within 2 years watimi a print sika twa sika 80 billion Ghana cedis na wo dia good system nim sa Ghana economy and say sa Ghana economy and crash sa Ghana economy and collapse because Ghana for sumu Ghana for ye diemu Ghana for wo hie bremu ena mo ye sika for ena mo ya de for ampa so hwe se wo kwadwa so ntosu ho ye den a se ntosu ho ye den nyaado aboa ye den ba yire aboa ye den a ena adwadifo no mo nya sika wo suo se ne ma aboa ye den no system ni mu aye den no sa bre no ena na nkrofo so cheso omu sika nya omu sika pe wa mahunya de na kire se aba Dr. Nest Addison etwa sika edima president Akufo-Addo edima Dr. Mamadu Bawumia edima Ken Oforiatta sabre no mu ena Ghana fo ensu Ghana fo bobra 2022 yewu ye bre ye kodwase yentimi ntoniema yentimi nto petrol yentimi faka sabre no burden sharing no mo ka kire Ghana fo burden sharing mutiri so sabra no ni ye twesika ma wo mo twesika ekogu wo mo damu twesika ni ye twesika twesika ayrade ma ye Ghana bone ena start sin obedem ena start sin wobedem papa we de wa namu pa de a ena na ndisi so pa ena nka muso nka mo ye fo papa se ena start sin second Oforiatta nom ebene nam Ghana ha sei aka kire Ghana fo se wo ma soa MPP ajagefo akogu Supreme Court o ma soa MPP ajagefo akogu High Court eti case bia mo de beko bia no se mo wo document mo wo evidence se de kora wo ma ajagefo ne go eti ye foolish case na Ken Oforiatta fa ne ho adi na Ernest Addison afa ne ho adi board of directors no ma fa wo mo ho adi wo Ghana ha boni a wo ma di Ghana no ho amo bedimo menyankopon atua wo mo no mo 10th generation nyina aka every year be Ernest Addison salary will tumble by 100%. Every year be 2022 Ghana ya no dem eniema say na Ernest Addison in the board of directors or ma to omu salary mu more than 100% because omu ne twesika no ntisika no omu twa de ebeboa wo mo ana ayi minority leader Champagne Life omu twesika e dey finance wo mo Champagne Life wo ma kese sem nipa wo hwe nipa wa nam one ma fine gentleman but onyusu wonu ankasa ni brain adwen na se suan pa se na start sin pa se wo ye papa panimu pa wutisi wo konso a wo da sumuye so kwakwa empa bi nso asamre woda so ya empa kama woda so sa no so woda so awonwe adwen papa wotimi amenkrofo da ni se TV na omukuta remote na wo mu chinchim na dwen then ubenya bi nipa bi ti se gabi wo kire da ko because kana wo mu twa ye no krofo tetu omo bi ansene no wanya ne hu se chao ofonyo wo enkofonyo wa nkaga bi wo kire da ko Ansah na Akufo-Addo baba ye president 2016 2017 no enko owu ye enunti na sometimes ya na eye me ya say obi ye serial caller eye me ya say obi ye taxi driver obi ye mate obi ye trotro driver obi awie wogina so ton niema na wakɔ no waba wokuta niema egina oye egina traffic light ase na o defend obi kro no a wabɔ enra honorable Sam Okujeto Ablakwa revelation ya wode abebom wo Ghana ha sei Vietnam International Monetary Fund IMF ye pe wo mu loan ya kire se aban we mu nkrofo ka kire ye se IMF fo and grantee ye loan Ghana say and pounds before sika ne beba no na Ghana say we say IMF fo na nkasa kwa negotiations ni na enwie ye but wo mu hwe Ghana no se de na ye gina bia no sitie no a ena chese fast na $600 million wo de ma ye na ye ti Ghana ha say covid aba covid kunkrofo ewo Italy kunkrofo wo US kunkrofo ewo France kunkrofo wo China na president Akufo Addo ene ken oforiata Dr. Mamadou Bawumia atna sia plan a strategize say we de eyekoko na aso enti yensu ye ntibi ka Ghana fo agudam se moa ka Ghana fo agudam ese emoa European Union and the millions millions of dollars na MF for the millions of dollars na World Bank for the millions of dollars na AFD Bank for the millions of dollars na consolidated funds sika futuom na omo sa bom na omo yisika na omo kachre Ghana has sorry and one month was obiani bimwa ni yenye sika over 30 billion na kenoforiata na Akufo-Addo ni ministers enye MPP for penny baako maame baako ena beka ese covid sika no omo chefai MPP for che covid sika fai say leaked tape na baaye no say MPP say women organizer say de be na no wakasa no enyu no na ka kire Ghana for say covid sika over 30 billion na eba say 34 billion na ebaaye no MPP for che 2020 elections mu na omo cheye ma wo bia nso nya bi omo cheye ema MPP constituency level sabede wo hia no momo na momo no nso no adi musikai omo de akosi MMDC yifo so omo de akosi constituency executives regional executives for so yanim se wo NDC ne awunya bida hwe aburo pane bone a president Akufo-Addo adi Ghana no na Akufo-Addo Nyankopon emfa nche wo da because wo bo extra time na wo extra time no bone na wudi aburo na wudi Nyankopon ede ho asotwe ho akatua ebema wo ma wo nananom no nana nkanso no nana nkanso anom woni ana nadu danko Akufo-Addo wadi Ghana no Nyankopon ne Ghana emfa nche wo da na makwa chef frontiers ase se yade atie Ghana ha sei omani ebe pesika yebani aba be pesika nuguchi wa ha testing ahudo bia kwaso wa Ghana ha bia no nuguchi ena na eye instead se contract no mode be ma state institution ti se nuguchi na se omo ya adwuma ni wia emfaso no akọ mine futuom nuguchi ehia new equipment machines ya omanya sika de atobie no na ken oforiata gabi wachedako asante bedi atuonom akọ chef frontiers ase frontiers na yesisa omo register in July 2020 mu July yesisa 2020 July mu and omo register October ni award contract kese e de ama wo Ghana Airport Managing Director approve you signing contract no at the Ama Frontiers say omo ye monopoly company bien one mo say dwuma na test na omo ye e wotem na 3 one mo no company bien one mo obeti ba ye bie na award contract 2 years it wo hwe honorable Sam Okujeto Ablakwa revelation hintasem enkrate ekuta no a 2 years contract no award ya no de ma Frontiers enti as at the time krana covid krano atwam krana wada omoda so agi bukata akromfo no omoji nkrofo sika obi efri US ba obi free France ba ehwo no ma machines papa wa ye testing ye bibia bi ekuta ni document ni bibia before we be land wo Kotoka International Airport no 250 euros dollars da Ghana for no so ye Ghana ni anem sabena so no mutu $70 but it's a unya Ghana near which one at na terminal 3 agi discounted and $30 million. $130 million. $730 million no. Me carry pass almost 30 a juma no kakra ya omo ye kakra na and omo do report best omo nye $16 million. So $16 million no na Ghana die wom eye $1 million. Afe Ghana for board da say teacher say $16 million no Ghana die wom state ni die wom just $1 million. So $15 million no Nigeria for ne dia Kenoforiata dia Asante Bedi to Gabi watch da akomodia eti afe kwa de so mo bebe kan do mu nya ya e na mo betwa wo madapa omo nka ya antishi biem media houses for bia tre e de akwa Ghana Airport Company managing director ne mpanimfo say Frontiers adwuma wo mo ye no omo hia ho nkrata omo se da omo release Honorable Kuje to Kwabena say contract ya managing director na Magdan to omo pamo no ya or sign ya edema Frontiers agreement no $150 na Frontiers edge no na ye die wom $10 Ghana Airport for die wom $150 bia no $150 bia no na Ghana Airport no omu die wom $10 na oho me fankodi na timamunim brade yesenya president Akufo-Addo e wo brand Nuguchi ewa Ghana ha say ye adwuma no mo betimi aye $130 million no enka ye Ghana mfa so na sa omo bossa akro no wanyina wie e bossa akro no wanyina wie no maka kire Ghana for say burden sharing mutiri so Nyankopon betua mo kase de munwuma sitie Nyankopon betua mo kase de munwuma sitie o Kenoforiata aso wo nan wode won samienu atete won fono atwetwe wafu ahunhunu ye nyina atwetwe wakwaje akora 15 years bi kidney e de ato udiem entrufi se no ano no but Nyankopon no a ye nyina ye som no Nyankopon na wo bo nipa ba asasi su no onfa nche mo da because mo digana bone mo digana bro $130 million anya aho di omo ya no omo di bone no a omo sha ase o eti anya Frontiers Nigeria Nigerian company esi say na Ghana ha say ye what state institutions ahodo wa ha ya omo ye adwuma for years registered companies if it's a private ukrana na say ye Ghana ni kura dia o wa ha Nuguchi ye state ni dia omo kwashe Frontiers ase anya ye Frontiers for a Nigerian company Aya na Ghana ya award contract edema Nigerian company na health minister call parliament osu ani mu ho hwe Shelia Yakobo twa call parliament osu ani mu ho hwe Kenoforiata approve say yamfa mano because Ghana for ebre ekom de Ghana for na se nipa kakra bi Ghana population achimo bu akwa for mo yesai Akufo-Addo mo yesai Gabi watching da komo say na omo jisika ni nyina awie a airport land aka ni nyina ayo amodea san krofo we say na tisi monten so ebo John Mahama dede terminal 3 former president John Mahama si ye no woti se ni busuani bi wo ho a wa ye adwuma wo ho da na Akufo-Addo yakoji loan terminal 3 Kesia di anti senya adwumanteka privatization Turkish company omo hyase eje wo mo hye obi aye adwuma di ama state no ene president Akufo-Addo privatization omo hyase yesi anti bekiba ehwanom no wote Asante Bedi atu ayire terminal 3 ehwanom no wote na Akufo-Addo ba Ghana ha 7 years 8 years ni wasi airport expansion project wayebi wasibi Kumasi phase 2 kosi sei wayebi abatuo hu wonsunsanso abusuafo wo ye MPP ni a MPP ni Ghana political parties e lead MPP NDC ye wo MPP ni ye wo NDC ni but and defend obi kro no a wabo obi boni a wadi Ghana and defend e kasana na ado nya hwe because na Akufo-Addo ada obebie na no aka kire Ghana for say wanya Ghana boni no tender will strike him down Adana na Akufo do bebie na no aka kire Ghana fo se omo Ghana kro no oni Ghana bonen tender and the best striking it down. Bone se nipa ebedu o man so ama ni tirimu wo sum adwen bone se me bedu o man a destroy wo man me bedu o man di nipa so te se moa me bedu o man a destroy wo man eduna na Akufo ado edi ho dwuman afemi nko na boka na Japan so na watwi mu wo kasa wuntumi na di kan hya ase na chama wuntumi de wa kanto kwa chane se ye friend se Canada Japan threaten bi mu a obema ya chi no because Canada Japan and etna ni TV ni radio so e threaten nkrofo judge fo twa wo mada pa threaten wo mu ametsuale threaten no ama ni pabonefo bi kokun no entu de won tena won threaten no next time so wo boni trani bi mu a obema ya chi no ana bo Canada Japan e kasa oko star chat na nya hon kwa ni first time wa former president John Mahama wo pa ne chew e agenda no waseti because MPP fo no mu bi including Canada Japan hunu say omoku opposition hunu say ayu opposition he omowe aburo grawa bottle se grawa ma omoku opposition oya MPP ni a he fatu team MPP they know the leadership and penifo they know so much opposition. Canada Japan who say MPP co opposition or your businessman. Now our former president John Mahama were dini bone and one fresh yan one panichow because on him say NDC ba power. Canada Japan. Omube chasing say. Fan chane da Canada Japan say former president John Mahama any NDC ba power mo de mo pa mo nka political rich hunting political but ni nyina so wo ka political rich hunting no ni nsem hunu a wodi wo Ghana hanom no ye bebubo hu tapes nyina am wo hu no hu senya political rich hunting because e wotimi twa wo bia da pa etwa ntro de to no so o fie o Dubai o toto efie Dubai fie e de maslay queens e wo bra woni evidence only say denti enipa ni image gu nipa na nimu ase ono be Canada Japan ya na me se me bia man kwa me ka honorable me boni dem de honorable cross so na ya me kraya Canada Japan ni mu ye say NPP ku opposition pe ba bia gina pe ba bi ni nan yesisi because sa aburo no a eni eniema fo no a waye no ono be Canada Japan entina Ghana ha say e wo bra yam prosecute no Efa Ahmed Swale wo hu. Who threaten judges? Answer Muhammad judge for na modo maba. MPP judges to threaten woman de wa wasem. Onim said de wa ye Ghana no, de wa ye NDC ni former president John Mahama no. Enhu asudie eda ne so. Na hwe ye ni businesses ebe ye target. Ni investment ebe ye target. It is any business is better target. The investment better target dia. John Mahama. Mini wen dini ye. Into the maye bia facha me. Say first mama mini tape no. Mama mini video no. Because on him say after 2024 general elections.
The way he has handled me and the way I have spoken harsh words, I think I have not been fair to Mahama. Wow. He's such a wonderful. To extend that. Mahama, former President Mahama, his wife loves me to death. One day we're in Parliament and President Mahama came. He said, hey, "Come, my brother, come. You know the way my wife likes you." He said, "If I am not alive, the only man in this country that she would love to marry is Canada Japan." Really? I said, "Wow, oh yes, that is how nice this man was to me." And one day we were on British Airways. I didn't know the wife. The woman kept staring at me from Heathrow. So when we got to VIP, the woman approached me and gave me a phone to talk. Then President Mahama, that time he was vice. He started laughing. "Oh, you don't even know your wife. That's your wife."
But you went hard on him.
Yes, I apologize. I'm a human being.
You're a human being. But that is great.
I'm a human being. I think if I recount back my relationship with him and all those, I think.
You want to say to him that you're sorry?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Wow, interesting. So, former President Mahama, that's one for you. And this one is for...
The way he has handled me and the way I have spoken harsh words, I think I have not been fair to Mahama. Wow. He's such a wonderful... To extend that, Mahama, former President Mahama, his wife loves me to death. One day...
Sama mi will say, and honorable candidate Japan, ni TV station, ni radio station, sa kwanom friends say aboa papon. And there's so who been payment and I was what pop say you are over 70 years. Aboa papon. Wa pop said you over 75 years. Sa akwa we say no. And abronye DC. Honorable candidate Japan ele twa asane to ho o di former president John Mahama tem no wo twa ntro de gunu so na bi kwama na yere na Ernesto Wusu Bempa abronya nom omutini TV so omutini radio so no omu di na tem but ene honorable candidate Japan hunu say table no ebe 10 very soon they know because yes we MPP mu no MPP no ankasa kora no omu ku opposition dada opposition ni de omu gina ho an MPP no ho no omo opposition na de akwaso no so kura de me say former president John Mahama pe kura wonye campaign can Japan be your campaign man because campaign no frase na when reconciliation bia ni be bia lanche maten de wate ni ho afrim wa yi ni ho afrim wo so onimu bia mpan so ala no onimu bi oye obeye trade minister na na akufo ado amana anya adwuma da Ghana ni bia nim the SC kura che say de na asha se ni ye ka say na akufo ado mafia land na adadi pefe from day one o kana no hre because papa na dwumboni wori tim wa mala anya adwuma alanse party no e se shobotom fa honorable candidate Japan enso presidential candidate edi ono so hu say so be ready presidential candidate o Dr. Bobie be the presidential candidate o omu nyina eku opposition wo yi ni ho afiri omu create loot and shame na imagine say obeti say candidate Japan ejina bonten na obo mu dede ka kire mo say mo bokro no mo lutu o mani kogu abrochire as if there's no tomorrow mo wia wo man no ebo o mani kro no as if say ochena kura ni ho na meme na ma me betena candidate Japan wa wono na aban aba power ebie the biggest coastal whole West Africa what benefit from Ghana yakomu because ono contract award the man no sikana Bank of Ghana twa bi na editu aneka contract award the man no loans awodo ayaje ye bi na editu aneka eno na odi expanding the businesses and why bia and odi expanding the businesses so directly wa benefit from na akufo ado amemo fon tantan but hwensema won worker ono ka kire Ghana for say na akufo ado kan oforiata MPP for penifo elu to one mine as if there's no tomorrow as if say Ghana and there's tomorrow but tomorrow no Ghana da chini nyara ne say president akufo ado gabi wache da kwasanti be di eto sankrofo no epeso mo kire say omo na ebe decide Ghana your future your tomorrow omo be decide Ghana say ene Ghana na e ho no no eye kufuado eye gabi wache da kwa santi bedi eto ken oforiata omo na ebe decide Ghana ye dache ye tomorrow because omo na Ghana se senu getre ehye wo mo nsa omo fa Ghana mra nya hwe ede ye ne Ghana mra eno na divide ya no ma no woka se politician bia nim se ade be ye ya to lie de ato ha aha de woya wodi semfunu a wodu hala we de dabi I was bana na akufo adomo de line no wo ma hwiri atira because wo ya on baba be justify be kan kwase asem kwasa e de apisu a kire wo kare Japan campaign team say first mama me say we say no am say chairman wutumi ya award contract ama no Ashanti region chairman wutumi wo ye contractor o ye road contractor or your building contractor, but because of woman gender, but
and yet the Okaka can. Nenia Kennedy, Yenia Chama to me. Yet said, contrast a was anti region had here. Do one only a diamano. Then they had a press conference, he decided to say, you man. At the office. And noon here, and yet the Okaka can. Nenia Kennedy, Yenia. Chama to me. Yet said, contrast a was anti region had here. Do one only a diamano. Then there is a press conference. He decided to say, "You man, why here? Musiansu Road. Trebuom. Impasatia. Bompata. Antwa Krom to Ashoni. Manson Quanta. And his fire service to Lake Road. Omeka baby as our contrast. Chia on ye. Nasa we better my party and any part to be register. And ye kwa we are here and you pay a comb chroma. Ubeneswa farm. I don't know better. And the Akasa will say party now, Jitum. Yes, say one constituency, 1 million, no, say 20%. Emma, police station agents, regional and constituency executives. Sorry. Now, you call a middle belt authority, no?
Contracts. I am a chairman, won't me. I chairman won't be a road contractor. Simple sentence. Who am I, crown to me? Who am I, simple. Simple, that form simple sentence. Who am I, crown? Chairman won't me a road contractor. Modia, any petty me, edit the petty sam, the chairman won't to me, because why a chairman won't to me? Because we was scar at the expense of war forest. Chairman won't to me, I send. I him for a salute edit that chairman won't to me from. Chairman won't to me. Or your road contractor. It's your award the contract the match chairman won't to me. Now on a fan for I'm Wama Quakoye. Instead said directly about award the contract in the road contractor. Now says he cannot a 1 billion. What Timia Swaya Jumano. Ya award the roads, not even a single road or roads, towns. Ya award the contract in the match chairman won't to me. No chairman won't to me no akwa fa contractors amoma akwa ye adwuma no what share eti contractor no so cost shoddy work no aye 3 months na akwan ensuato na akwan asese Ghana there seriously former president John Mahama sani am ready empese beti bio send this in your road contractor award the contract man. So a building contractor award the contract man. But sa chairman ni award this contract the mawomo ni atemi sika state resources ni dia mano 3 months 6 months ni nkobesi ni asa kwa babesi hwensuo toye Ghana kwan nyina asai chairman won't me a contractor. Chairman won't me or a road contractor. Chairman won't me a road contractor. Or your road contractor, on your road contractor, but ya buying a was so, ya buying a was so, and to be needed on Yanipa, Bruni Bay pa Kuromu, and Obaqua award the contract, and Yama be say me party chairman, me party one, what brown say party chairman on your contractor. Who does that? But Ghana ya sell mine, ya sell man. A school feeding. Nwaka so obi abetimi anu aduane. Enti obi aye ketra. A school feeding contract na award. Nwaka se aduane de putogum hwegum. Obi abetimi aye. Enti contract na musumi am de ma chairman wuntumi no a. Mosesa wuska de man no. Yesi adwuma no so wanye. So at the end of the day, the more can say, oh, Kumasi for the Asante for the MPP and your party. Yana mfutu kwasu kuranwa. Yabatu abama MPP. Ejunu madi ombeye. Amo betina wanomu na amo tina wanomu na se ebedru election election year 2024 no omo sesa bulldozers ni grader ni caterpillar no omo de akwa sequence because omo hu se nipa jimi e wo Ghana ha omo dwene se nipa jimi MPP for we nom omo dwene se nipa jimi wo Ghana ha time na former president John Mahama e ka say aderi ni ho no ma won ka se hye ho ontimi nya won ka se wo ho because okuta state ni coffers Bank of Ghana sika dem wonim when we international reserves oni wo managina bia enti wontimi a onkasa wo ho but Ghana fo agimi sa na nkrofo we hunu se Ghana fo agimi enti 2020 mi kro ma fija ase asokore ofi DC residency wono mo kwa amene adeda ho no mo e ho no mo a November mu e na o start say Who really cannot get what do you mean? The youth of this
are not working. Now we intimidate and control. I will put my life on the line and defend it. The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. Why? Who really cannot get on government? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we intimidate and control. I will put my life on the line and defend it.
Omo bokro nso kogu abrochi as if there is no tomorrow because omo na ebe decide Ghana ye tomorrow ye dache and then just say plain say Ghana no da but enye plain sa enye ma besesa mo chama wuntumi na otikumase no enye ma beteni enye ma besesa na de bia ya na me ka say ni machines no a egu Ashanti region forest reserves or dey ya mining no Eniama tenia ye betwe jatum said your friend say MPP abanti so amaye ye nkrofo no ye be shiri nyina ye be shi na road no so aye wode contract e dia ma chema wuntumi no a waje hu sika wu botom no so a waye nyina edananim. Seriously, Ghana prisons a here expansion project because nipo on bedem doso. Ablanya ko abronoma ajone me ene anopen ya odi de obokrata enimu ensem eba. Abna good morning.
Morning nana.
Na apom ti say.
Erade adumo na unso e.
Na mi adum ye kwa yi o.
Enye easy cry ja ye ya na.
Asantini abaywa. Uni me ye yo. Uni ba ye yo
obele de
santini abaywa asheli slit ni ne kaba edi ni na ni etwuma tuni kom asiri duku asha ho asomade uni ba ye ya nkasa
obele de
na na ye die oh
esi akonkon
esi makonkon wa
esi akonkon ti ayi paso hemafo no
sister fia ho
ai sister fia
ya hu sem
ketwa kwa
unim be say 2 weeks to say ne husband ne beba no na on say there be ofo steps in the back top no na wo ho e no run na make say sister fia wo yes say so say sada ba onya ba bia nso
kai pa se na o campo emi say mu ho no kwa obre o mo niema nti na o ka say no si o na say come ma Friday say no obeya be kwan den no no Sunday so fra sorry ba odidi wonya na yi ba ko say no otwa bia say no ka sa ne ade an na just say ai
Nyankopon no aduru ba wi ana untimi misa no anke yebisa say den akufa eye president
Sasam no dear, Mr. Nano Quado no be cassa, it's a cassa bonifacia no like my penny fado, Yago in the bonnet.
No, only say no, I hope in the bonnet channel. You are no Bruno. Ansah Abena say if ye on some pennyphony be brave or do ni age say no. Ujano abone nkwa
I you will be saw who say you what your bear papa and your bear bonnet ujano as a when the night a bruise so
ujano abusu fie when you am so waton abusu koko
o timi kwa konyin say ge obi kwa dish obi kwa timi kwa fa bi di be hye no dish
unim say abusu no wo koko unim say abusu yi de wo koko ba papa ne be wuo no yesu o wota ye
hoton yansa
abusu da pade no watonton
obe wu na chese abusu na bo say ya to
no watie gu nkora so wa say bibia
me kai pass eme bi kuma se bokro mu papa pani mu bi pa na owuto young lady bi so
papa pani mu pa
papa ya akwa so no obi so de akwala 6 months akwa so ejina se onene na we nyina ani we papa pani a wa bobra
papa pani mu ani we
bobra na afa japade na chesa kwa nsem bebiri
o tonto ni nyina
we china ne ma ye basa ebi enu bi no
enti na na akufu adwe abedi president
no de ndi Ghana for na no waye just
Bank of Ghana no na eye adwuma e make profit no enya mfaso no and the Bank of Ghana no akọ bankrupt.
So oba se oba be say nti ono pese o say bibia on pese obegya tokua ba akokra to wono mo wonya kwan bia se ne wogya tokura ne watopunu ma obefa mpoma ma pie onim se siri na ba ne
ana bosa mokugye to abra kwa frontiers no de aba no osisika adwuma a wo mo ye no omunyinya $130 million.
Can you imagine?
Yes, a Nigerian company and then frontiers no omu register on 2020 July. There be less than 3 months any award the contract and so omu register company no purposely for that project.
So papa no yes no ye hwe no kompo o mai bi so
yes Nigeria kra no nkasa kwa Nigeria na nkasa kra no wa boni hudua to Nigeria o ba onim omu baka say Nigeria Nigerian company ya omo dia Asante be dia tuo gabi watch Ken Oforiatta ma ya omo dia SAS put me V contract here Dubai SAS shaking sinsim ya Ken Oforiatta na award contract no but health minister na din animu je he knows nothing about that contract
yes.
Ken Oforiatta na ye bibia ma enti ya no bi kasa papa ni ntia de no ma yi ni ho ano obere ababonte abe yi ni ho ano onimu ho hwe omo award contract no wo office so omo office na o ma ni akufuado de wo hwa aye ministers bebre tro yi nyina akwampo na wo mo hwa da anya hwe omo ye ceremonial ministers keke edini de da wo no mo so functions ni ade ni ade wo mo di wo mo anim nom de akwaje ba adwuma na kasa de Asante bedi atuo ne ayi ye fa ni se prime minister de facto ayi gabi wo cheda ko woni ne ye bibia edino pani no ni ahuto no just the bia why you busy for nothing e dey until one position a Ghana you know na busy because o ma pani ku for adwekure then it team ken eyi na dwema no gabi no na busuafo no eye be dia tuo Ken Oforiatta just president ni de ni pa da no so ye Ken Oforiatta na just na ne deputy ya gabi wo cheda na secretary ya Asante be dia it is a president no cry ye Ken ene ocheda ko na e die ene ye se ba ko bi so o mo friend bomb tio se se akufo ari ni ye ndo ko kan ya no obesi osu mi me fa ho be osu aya omo ye se bomb tio survive omo
judicial system
omo cartel no abusuya cartel da kaba no
so ye ya wodo be
omo dey run but abena Ghana population 35 million say ni paka krawe omo do 5%
omo ba so ba
even Eastern the landmark kwa na da hono no sa atumobu akwafo ne kakra bi no a yeso omo wiye sika no omo wa himfi omo di kogu no sa akwafo no even Eastern region see ya okrobofo ho ye wo akuapemfo ho ye wo mafra omo ye different tribe e wo hono mo enti omo ankasa kura no omo ye say Eastern region no omo cover even 50% of Eastern region landmark and drew but if send paka kenti na bi ba bia metisi Ashanti region na mebuafu ahemfu no some tell Ashanti region asase kakraka ye nyina Ashanti region but any paka kra bi omo she Eastern region fifi mu no mo tell no ma tomadwene edum so country kakraka ni pay ye wo Ga ye wo Voltarian ye wo Northern region ye Central ye wo Western ye wo Ashanti region ye tra hono mo amani pa bi ti Asante be die to gabi wo cheda ko akufo de Ken Oforiatta bomb mu no ye to ma sani pa ku kakra bi enu omo hene edi Ghana so
so ma keke enu mahu se esin
twem abena esin twem
na basal but because of yakon no na to aso sa
because of second company no they are corrupt
so no mo pre o mafunko sisi na aginsemu no
aginsemu ya corrupt ahemfo eye corrupt asofo nom eye corrupt chese obi leaders civil society organizations nom ne ade omunya they are so corrupt ya towo mo enti nipa no a omo ha no omo ye hu buku ajapade abena o rede ajapade bi to
asemi nyina akoko wi ajapade eti ade no mo bo mu ti mu po enti no chese sete bia no ho no ma wo mu gyaye o wamu buya breye su
abena
wamu nya kwa so ba bia
say airport land here honorable kujeto abla kwa say
heavenly
heaven builders
wamu sorry so ahwe ironically semhunu how can you say heaven builders you are mocking God such blasphemy
you are mocking God wamu say project wamu start here ho wamu pa wamu nsi edan ko ka heaven and this papa won be dwidi egu
be say I send any pakwa nwia nwukra nyankopon kwa be
be say this ba pa o be
from agrada be tie si so
Sapon Prince
because untimi mmoki nyankopon sa Sapon Prince e piaga o
ano one na say be for
oh account be 8
and odidi atem wa ha say oh okay
Sapon Prince didi atem
enti we bie pages ni bebre and odi ba e page su di atem abena ye nto aso
ebusia enti no
udin bebre untimi nso nyi hu
you see na me ka say sometimes kwa ya be ehia mu okromu ina na ade o ye nam yitese ya fotro ne ade nyina say wo mutimi hu no mo hwo na so kasa wa so kasa hu na ne mahu line no
so madam Fina ye nto aso mfafiri ho Loretta Nana Hema in Shrefrimpong member NDC Greater Accra Regional Communication Bureau Deputy Communications Officer Tema West Constituency and then birthday and then 7th October and now I'm saying 11th October and then 7th October
and now na so dey to sir October me nyandi me birthday kwa na dia ko bi 11
me try pay Loretta Nana Hema in Shrefrimpong Deputy Communications Officer Tema West Constituency Nana Hema happy birthday shoko enko emfa emo nyame nka ho nyame enhya ne ho animunyam nyame enhya no onye okese omo ahoden shonko ahoden esika wom enkwatente esika wom wo no mo ahoden esanse 2024 rescue mission no ahoden ni ho no ma adwuma no ntimi nye enjoy your day 6 na yankopon enka abana
and yes a proud October ni mama so me receive because October dey just say na
I say October
October
papa date ni da be
16 Monday I
oh ne say Monday obe party
nya asem keto akra e be dey nya me be say e betimi ajeje ntutu so dudu na hwa abusianti dobo krata no mu boso na edu so krata no miensa na babeka yensa wofia ene na de medi efiti ase daily graphic weekend special na wo hwe anim hanum seya na IMF second tranche chese no $3 billion Ghana buy we mo de baba so ya sene no ne fa toso mienu so madi nkan de ba ko aba ye nchiche mu makoma kunsia eti de toso mienu no $600 million and wade baba so ya senior no na chese obubu obusome next month no November and sese Ghana IMF no mo de ebe kan mo de breye ana say timi be kan yensa na enso so no Ghana ye ntwa asusu bia ma wo mo ne ye ka yesika enhye wo mo botom enti no we na mo na mo de boa ye enti ho hyehye e wo terms and conditions apply no mo chese eba sese your photos me no ne beba na se wo mo ebe hwe se de mo de maaye no de edi kan na ho totoye ne ho hyehye sika no kwan o mafa so adi asen no ekosi se na chese no so edwuma de bidin no o mahu so mo de be maye na o mo fa emaye emoa no de kwa de maye nka foforo enwumu eti eno ho meeting eno nwuhia mudie ena sisi akoso e bi kra ko soa wo na no wade beto dwa kopie mu wo USA sei na ena sie no jese bi so Ghana ha no ma jese na wodka kra ne de o ma no wate ne huhu se meeting because a enu ada de o mo ye man sentwefo ina kopie ho no mo no tise de jese amane bo ne jese etoto ya no konani a aye me board no a Stephanie Rodet ena woni odi anim no wo ye mission chief no wo jese wachre se nani aso entotoye ne hyehye no se de asi akonti ehwe anim se hwebe next month November this kan beba be kayensa na katafa to so nan na mehwiri akwakodina na ene yade Liberia man no wo mo ekosimpie ni makwakoto aba mampani na afeyi de nye ka be pie mu Ghana se asem rahebedwafo no eno sei aduosom yesa 73 members House representatives no na afe senators no so edunum 15 ena obekwa akoyi wo ma ni nyina October ya ne de to so du na chese wode ebe hyehye soa na eno ho ensam ewa ha watch say wo hwe afia bato na ebeye tight papa ewo ho no mo hwe mpanifo mienu a wo mo egina na nya asem keto akra incumbent no George Wia ye nyina enim se wo no wo ye Ghanaian descent na chese ene Joseph Boakai ono so no ka ho bi ono ye ni main contender pa biggest opposition no enti no ono so wonsam ewo ha pa enti Tuesday be ye bina de enim ya na ode be hyehye so George Rianete yakonya so na Joseph Boakao no so say wono na sabre wone ne kwakosi agan dendenden e wo hono mo pa ehun nsem nyina onya krata ne bi kenkaya ewo mu krata fa to so 9 na mehwi akwakogina na eno eye a day in history na chesa abakosemu na ohwa hanom say ya na October 7 na ye Monday 1957 na eye party nkumankuma no na sa party makumakun ensia eno wotimi eka wo mo ho ebo mu chesa onya krata ne bi kenkaya ne nyina e wo hanom say ye na wo pedi kura wo de bema new opposition party na ene jealous husband bi nso so a wono so no wodi ne yire chese wo ye ne boni akasankasankasankasan kopiem okumase a na wono wo mo fine no 20 euros ehun nsem nyina e wo ha a day in history no e wo ha no mu seye kratafa etoso du miensa na mede etwaso na nye Eugene hweso betimi akacha ma me efe papa na kopiem ewa apuye mantamu a we eye de toso miensa afasha wodi ye efa enuane eho enono na eye Eastern Regional Market Fair a chese koso okofodua na watwi na nya asem keto akra ni nyina ne se ne akuafo wono mu aton ne ma chese sedi wo adwen wonsa esesa ne ma ton no wokoda wo nipa ne edi mu obi ahu enipa wo mo so wo ititu kwa enuane afemu a eye kama pa unya krata ni bia wonsemu nyina no ade a ewo mu na dem de betu apo ewo daily graphic weekend special no eye krata fe to so du nwoche na krata fe to so du nwoche na ababe to dwa enya asem keto akora abusua ene na wotwi ye nyina na eye ye nimsem ye kase bo apono so kwa hodo ye kan bi mamote say 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference equal so na echese ene ama hodo so dodo na wo mo enjoy Commonwealth na mpanifo wo mo be ye nhyiamudie bi ewo Ghana mamud na fuansia ene wo de hyehyɛ so a wo dwendwen eye ama hodo na eka ho no eba ne se wo mo nipa fa ahodie ho nsɛm so bambo mu nsɛm afa mane meme nyina wo mo fa ahodie ene wo mo kankro nyina no so ho nsɛm ewo hampanifo ahodo ekasa ye Ghana mampani chame hene pani ewo mrahye bedwafie wono mu nyina kasa ye nsɛm no dodo na no wabɔ ne po ewo krata ne mu dia mede to so eye the mirror de wo krata no na wo hwɛ krata fa to so miensam ena doctor baako a eba ne se enie woka awasem papa utufuo ekyerɛkyerɛ mu nsɛm nyina eye Dr. John Boache wosa eye consultant bre nyina wo twero eba de mirror de bokrata no mu no apane ne dia todwa wo kyerɛ sɛ se yeka se boni bi pa ye boni ewo nyankopon anim sa ye boni abonefo samo ba na emra kwan so pa se we ya yetimi etwe waso a wo se woni odofo we ko se partner eti partner de enhye da enye bi enya aware ba se waye sofo nintino e bia na ya aware but partner de na che se obi a woni ne tie odokwan so no se wo deny no empasogoro woman nani nye se ba ne pasogoro se ya na wo dada no wakasa akosua yemfa wosio maduru ha yemfa wosimigina ha yemfa wosimenko na che se wo dada ne saa se wo de bonnet moden se asem bi asikura ne se obu wono ma empasogoro no de bonnet moden de twemanso ana wo yesa ene wo che se eya bonefosam papa se ya bonefosam ewo nyame anim wo se eya biblically I say eya biblically sin ena esanso eye crime na je sabonefosam ewo emra kwan so eti wa kyerɛkyerɛ mu ha no mu pa wo kyerɛ de e ma sa ne mani nyina ba nkofo ebo wo mo yire mati moden anase wo mo ho kani ti moden ba ne pasoguro mu a emema ne titiri na ye bo ma na ti moden so anya kanchima bi sei se bi a wo ma wa na e bi a se be ma na nya be se system ho ka be wa read se kaka half time aka extra time so there bi se de take aka woni tomunti ni watie sinkwada so didi fie ni abonten senti no enkwala ne de top choko no intrekese no wompamu sama ne pe ne yire no ma no ro no de ompe no bi ope hey nyema nkwada ye wo kuruma eti no abasa na wa chechemu ha me de nyama meka wona wo chechemu o chese side chicks no wo mu nyina aka ho na ye de saa de ne ba no wo mu gu nkofa wa de nte basa na chese wo bone ye timode so onya na bonte di a wa bre o se be fia be do no ko twam sister ahode ne wai eti abasa na chese no ano na akwanse bebre nti ni nyina ho sem e wo ha katafa to so miensa wonya bi ekenkan ya emu afutuo nyina wode mo manfo e wo ha katafa to so du miensa na mehwa akogina na ehon so so chese okopie mu ho no mu a wo kire ne ekura ba de mirror ena wo kire se basa wu nyini a ma ne meme nyina wu nyini no ade ba kwa se wo hwe ne ye paa wo wasetene mu a ebetumi aboa mu wanyini akye wapomu din be gina bra ne eye wadidie mu wo kire se ensuo de ya de anka eni kwa se eho ekwa atwea na se wode kwa wano no ekɔ nipadua ne mu no ya na ho nya din bebre so wanwo nya tese bia wanya fufuo na nkwanka ho ntimi fa fufuo ni nkwa ensuo ni fufuo aha but ensuo no nkwa betimi anom etizo onya fufuo na anya ensuo kan wanom ensuo no nkwa because ntimi fa ensuo ni fufuo no enti wacha se ensuo ni ya ade bia ebe ya ni nya no hyeda anya din bebre ena eba sa wode kɔ nipadua ne so emre aha enti wacha se no sei ebua pa entino ema eho nya den ma wo de anya bibia no nsuo de ya taa no mu nsuo se de be ya ebeboa ni padua ne pa wa chirechire mu anuane ahodo se wudie obuo no ma wanyini nyina papa bia meni no kumase papa yi wo ba wiwi asimu na mu nyina na ne nase atatai wo sa no ho yade ya no wasa tie so enam wie wa we nam am wa ye kutukutu che kokokoko wo gye hwan wo anwuntem eti wa chirechire mu nyina wa hanom nuane ahodo a wobetumi adie na ebeboa ama woni padua na timi enya ahoden no wagina brane na wache wate asefo asasi so katafa to so aduonu miensa page 23 ena mede ebetwa to ewo the mirror the obokrata ni mu na ne eye Dr. John Boachi ya na wasa atro eye nsem no bi ewo hanom a wo kire sen eni ye bi kwaso ye fe bibi sexless marriage na che say awafo ti awari ase na wo mu nhia empemu wo mu nhia enna empemu enna na so mu nhia na ewo mpemu wo kire say ha adwen pa na eno no enema bebre enenam so a edeba wo kire say sisi aso hye no anu aye din ankasa enti no me kope bibia ba bedi emma mema obia kra sa no ane sa de achi obia tempenten kwakoba emma ni meme yine di atrentwie sa obi ye adwuma mienu miensa sisi enya abrochire nkwa Ghana enyina untimi nya adwuma baako mienu krampo no enso anu ye na baako etu wase sa niema ni nyina aka wonto ombe dwi wo mo ho a ne juntuni bi so na ebo no nyom wasini pastor ya no pa wo bedwi ni ho aburu ne ho a ade be sakra na wonka atiasefo ho bio enti no so wo be sori anopa ahomachi da suom ni ade be buru wo mo ho abedwi wo mo ho ano ade be sa no no yonkwa ye gove pacha to se kontomre de aka eja na afi ontimi nya no hwe enti no de be ya ne se oba so ni kunuma ya mabre na de facha mi ade che da bia china sa na afiaba ba na so na be so akosua mu a akosua de krache yesterday na mabre okwa adwuma am so mekwa adwuma na che se ne no akoye nsem bebre enti no wase ne ma we nyina aka ho a emma enam nhia no entimi enkoso a sisi no yade bi ekoso pa sa wa 40 awa ase na wo mu enhia nnam wo se ebitimi koso a se nhwehwemu we no che se nhwehwemu kra kakra da di se wusha wo hema bupa aduosia 66% ena eba ne se eye awarie mu no kwade ye ntokwa ene ade a netimi ede basa wo se ntokwa ntawanta wa awarie mu afi no na eye wo hema abupa aduosia na ema no couples no awafo no wo mu enhia enam a wo kire se ebi nso so eye yade obuo no ma na yade abonenti no obuo a na yare me matibia hu bia bonse oba ne se de osi yare ni no wono kura percent ka be ma ne ni nhyia na but be ma ne be ka se da bi ne yire no ho ye ne mobo na afi ontimi ne nhyia ne mu na be ma no so se bitimi sise nti wa cheche mu nyina e wo hanom a so wokosa wo haw no a megiri se wunya kata ne bi ekenkan a ubenya eho ensem nyina ne efuto de amanyina e wo hanom the spectator do bokata no na me de ebe sorry so e wo kata no mu bosuo ni mu na ene page 7 na eye October bosumi ya unim se du ye bosumi October de oni pro me ya humi October kwa ka mu de meye ene pani e bosumi bi nie ne pa wo mu dodo nie ma na se bebre kwa ya fasha hodo aye di na etisi e chese ba no kokram kwa to nufuo mu ma ne meme nyina ye yisi wo bodawura ne ade ya humi October ke be me brebe enti na ne October eyi ya ye breast cancer awareness month ya ene baba kwa wonu sei no breast cancer no so wenya bi ene watimi nyame adi ne ho afofie sisi hu na wa kama so kama eno nam so afa ato ne ho so wo bo ho dawura breast cancer advocate Mrs. Georgina Kuma Zaga enu otu fa wacha se mani meme nyina fa wo mo ho enyimudu se ya na eni screening no hwehwemu no nufuo mu edoso mu do tiri aye ye nwa ya awe se kokram ne bi ntomu na aye free ya sabia dodo na ye nyumakuo dodo na ye ankrankra ankofo afa to mo so mo ye etebasa wo se obi ade ne ho ehyemu na ehwehwemu kakra eni wode ho ensema baba to na wo kire se wo bepie mu ma ga na mu se ya ye se afibia ema Nyasam kitu ma de nkwanu no wose ma yetimi diagnose wo mo ye hwehwemu ma ne bede ade say wanya kokram a to nufuo mu no wose ebro empemu nan ene ekire ahansia ne aduonumu 4650 no wachira say ene sa 4000 yi se afene bekọ na wie ye say na mu 2000 empemienu no ma ye nyamedea etese hardware papa na 4000 pa 4000 6 na mu 2000 be wudie na etese yade no enye kura eku nipa nkasa na wohwe wiase nyina globally no ene wo kire se nipa be se 2.3 million eno ye ma ene wo mo so afibia no yetimi diagnose wo mo hu so wo manya kokora mi to no fo emu bia enu emu no 685,000 eno so etimidi wo motoa nanano monsie do 2.3 million emano emu 685,000 ena etimi edi wo mo ekọ ensie do ni na ya reho sempa busua enya semketwa wo hwe eye report na wo mo de ho nsem aba wa hanom na behia pa se ma ne meme nyina be kwa kwhwehwe wo mu nufuo mu na wo mu atumi enya wo mu akwa hu san afisa wo ha we ho na katafa to so miensa ena me se ba be gine na do ma hene de wasajefo wo pusuru hu se de pusunya kadwedwe na ba bia tedi wasajefo wasi ade ayuaje ma badu wo di kai do ma hene ene kase no wo kire se sa wono no na trankonya hono mo no do ma traditional council wo na nanu ma trankonya do ma ensa aseso wono mo no wo kire se wano no wakufia efi wakufia wabre wo hu se wo sisi wanya no aduro ba bi ode fe be yi wo kire se wo hiri bia wo hye doma traditional council na se no se ye hu se efi adokro wo mpetamu a wahu ensanse a ehye wase ne hu se efi adokro mpetamu nyina ne ade a wase wo hene ne no be fa wo be juiska wase wo be juiska e basa na e beboa ama motimi atototo ne ma yenti no wodi fiti ase afiri ahemfo no so na wagye ahemfo ni sika papa eti eyefi ene gadada mense galanse ho kon ena nana ehwai katafeto so miensa onya kata ne bikinka ehun semina e wo ha na asofo pani bi so na chese counseling director e wo Southern Ghana Union Conference of the 7th-day Adventist Church ezia safonos sofo penny ba ko pastor Nana Kofini Mako and one also di afuto kwa ma mema say eya mo mamani so mo yire no mu na mo wo ma baso no mo ni mu enye yie emma omu ade na yeye eti wacha say eya mo mo yire no ma baso said ya be ya be na koswa no di dwumaso e di aboa abusua no ni efie nyina no wo kire say se ba sa na boa e ma asomdwe mapa e ba fie ankasa etunya kata ni bi kenkan a ehun nsem nyina e wo ha na me ankasa no sa asem ya asofo yi kan na me de me futuo kakra ta to san se ehia pa se wo de bibia hya wo yire nsa e ma ho ade ba kwa ya na ye hia pa na se wo de ma ye kwa na boye pusa na ya age ye nsem ene se wo be ka se ye nim se be ma ene ye fie ti na be ma na ankasa fi ni pem wo se o me yire me de bibia hya nsa de bibia ni ba sa wo jai asudie mo ba no o dwe de eni wo de na aka ho eti ba ne sa no ama na adwuma eti kasa bebre ntokwa a ho hia ne sa ne ma bebre no o ntanya bi wo fie o dabi san say so wato ama no afa ya de abeye see ye ni se mema na ye efieti enso so no I know my right ni twintwan sembi ni ade etu de oye be ma me mahu bi me nim de me kapa me na gina bibi so na wo de atoma yire se wo de bibi anu aka oh abena ne enya ne dai wo de bibi a so director so fu bi no ofre na ye director na director na ofre na ye ni ntida bia na so de da woman no so eti papa ni se hwe na wo papa no wanyini a so no na yire no kwa wo chen ne be 15 years na yire no kwa babere wo poso chen papa no esa nsa wo ja bibia hye na yire ne nsa so pa adwuma ye e na chese bibia hye na yire ne nsa te basa na wasuma jo na bibia na basa so de buo maw esa nsa bibia hye ne nsa enti no wa chen ne se wonye no na afei wontimi sa me boss so bo me kase me tufu no wantie ni bibia enti sa de ne de ehia pa osofo na futu na wode ema no ade ehia sese emema no se wode opa yesa ayiwe ma ye be na wotwemi no pe na hwe se emwa ewo wawawie mu a oba no obasa no ama na adwuma no onu ankase wasusu je agu ni chemu kura ma ensem bia wona obetwe ho twan ne ade nyina na abɔ no so ne abɔ ne nenum kura na katafe to so dum yenu na Boti Falls eno ewo apoye mantama ye akwansra bia ba ko a wo mema gidin pa ne wo manfo ekɔ ho akwansra na kokɔ hwe nsu a efiri mi pom na esania no wo kyerɛ sɛ sisi eno Boti Falls no wan hwe a ebedu mire bi no wo munya nipa kora Ghana fo kora nkɔ kora school fo kora nkɔ kora na ye nyankofo fira amahodo so mba bebe wo kyerɛ sɛ enye sɛ bi anu a wo ho no manfo bu manu ensuo na wi anase bibi etesa wo sɛ akwanfo akwantantan so obekɔ aba na ka ase anase wo kokwa na nkodu wo nkodu na wo ka be sɛ de na ka akɔkɔyɛ den na ne mama bebusa sɛ okɔyɛ den to kyerɛ sɛ akwanfo akwantantan tina amasisi Boti Falls no manfo empese wo bekɔ kora akwansra katafra no de na se spectator no katafra to so du num na medi etu apɔ na mede muboso ni na so aba awieye na katafra to so du num na finally PSC has won a artist of the year wenya artist of the year PSC Esther maami ya wode a gospel song ba ko senko akwaje a friend is saying artist of the year ya nkofo ehuru no grow no ho finally momyemmo yensem emma PSC Esther gospel artist wenya artist of the year wo Ghana Music Awards Europe intino momyempene ne nya asem keto akora intino finally wenya bi mu ana mo kansem say na Black Sheriff adwuma waye na wo de waye mi ye ba kwi na waye mi ye na to the party say wenya award artist of the year every artist of the year be artist of the year na intimidate every artist of the year be artist of the year whether Ghana's artist of the year or Europe artist of the year be artist of the year la PSA ye ma pia o why ade ye na Ghana for ye mani anye kra o mu wie na wa nya na ko but na obi deserve ba wo hwe obi anso adwuma oyeye and year under review no na Black Sheriff ewo nanim bebre no when the gospel artist dem huru ni sade no huru ni sade o ma anya ade kra so nya gospel artist of the year na woman na hwe Black Sheriff na adwuma oyeye enye Ghana nko a international okoya to me in fact be nyuma wo to no wedding ni party ase ba nyum ba nenyum no nso anyway say wedding koso anase bia event bi koso a me kwa fo kwa na ka me say wo sa be so di fi akire ho ba anuanu mo tie Horo kwa ne ku no.
Say the ya no odi fle chire kona we was so place yesterday fi kona no so one over.
All stars rendition na ke so feature pa na ke so do ka.
Enuanu muntie baby am free fan in the
nana wo be yes. Enu bia no wa wanya na dia to say ayi wa ye mi ye wo kwa voice bia nya o kan say
enuanu muntie
eni na on enuanu muntie no tabusia ye de mo asi e wo krata ne mo boso nana ma takes over.
Edawase
nana ite be shia wa ye na se
ebeshia wo Accra 100.5 FM suni na MCMG Abnanya ko abrono ma ase se abada sum Ghana fo na wadi de obokrata ni mu empempempense mu ede abre enyina Citizen Show na shane so se na no pedemu e wotadi 99.1 FM sunwane 88.1 FM na afensu no adehye 99.1 FM dagbon 102.5 FM so ye demu e wo honomo we say yi eye Saturday's edition of Citizen Show ye de esum Ghana fo Happy birthday, Shunko, Enko, and Fama, eh? With them life, oh. Enko Ma, Lorita, Nanahima in Shrafin Paul. Nanahima, Lorita, Nanahima in Shrafin Paul. Eh, Semu. Lorita, Nanahima in Shrafin Paul. Member NDC Greater Accra Regional Communication Bureau, Deputy Communications Officer Tema West Constituency. Nana Hema, happy birthday. Nana Hema can send a mimre fee and the diffusion upon crown quine. But and fufu affairs. Ye. Next week Saturday, my baby fufu upon crown. What a live soup no.
Yeah, the yes so black and white. On my quantity, on my attitude, on some cry. On my new Chinese yo, on my so.
Afei abani ababe din komo. Asemba ko ena ewono mo MPP eti reconciliation betimi akoso wo MPP mu after 4th November wo presidential primaries no reconciliation ebetimi akoso ewo MPP Alanchira Martin de wayini ho afrim Alanchira Martin so ewo dom enu anu obi ka se 2024 possibility say Ghana election ye be ko run off no ye high because of Alan say oko independent na NPP ni so na ka say we say NPP ni ne kan ye say Alan etimi enya vote 10% kra ye betimi akọ run off na MPP no so gina wa na no waka say reconciliation be ye din e dia ma MPP why na wo kofre no why ena woko no akwa akofre no on say uye leader enema bebre na da woso na president na Akufo-Addo no enye Ghana nko na wase no wasanso asey MPP wasanso asey MPP NDC echo presidential primaries there be da mere nipa adwuma issues krofo de o ebenya how because ubeye we ntiase ubeye we ntiase but after NDC call presidential primaries before Mbekwa Dr. Kwabena for a court injunction edit to election so last minute and a withdraw from the contest last minute and yama bebre oso was supporting John Dramani Mahama or declare the support Eddie Amajo Mahama kuma wo ba election ekoso Dr. Kwabena for di mu akoti di mu ntintiman pa ene ma ekoso MPP affairs mu nyina no o wa akire ya wo boa ba sa wo hwe MPP ene da bi da ma beka sese internal election baso ewo party mu a saa ne maniema we ye behunu bi but emburo so wa MPP emburo so Nana Akufo-Addo the leader of the party say no or your president and then the leader wadani leader of the party now we say party na executives ni nyina no wa mo do ma hye botom national executives council of elders nyina wa mo se paper no handkerchief no en wo do ma hye botom because Uhuru Penny say wa MPP or do mpanimfo wom your council of elders and pennyfo womu ya ebubo gia hwe pennyfo no omo national chairman no kra de em said just say president Akufo-Addo ni say any JF kwendie why omo say zombies fo bi ena wo piepia wo matiko because anyama wo mo ye no as a national executive members and as a council of state members no, it doesn't make sense. Entiasianim party akoyi presidential candidate will be lead the party no 2024 general elections but she eniema ekoso eniema ACC eniema APP our party time areho former president Kofo 2007 eniema CC eniema bebre ACC ye alantre Martin Tretin ye say na chidifo yes onu kwa de after say election nyina akogu ya onu akasa ka say na Akufo-Addo nko na afeye intimidate ne supporters and oka say party for ni penifo anye ya obe resign but this time around the story no a different thing altogether and then na Akufo-Addo I say a political career munu everything around him are chaotic. Everything. I say be about elections, politics no. And you all die be die first. Utimi wimia buga bufano so twifano so intimidating no frustrating no can share bunanum tia abakwa na be body painting na ubenya wura fanako. And fana na Akufo-Addo ho because onu nipa wu amena disik nipa 8 emoja egunya na Akufo-Addo tiri so. It's about the politics around him a chaotic a mess at time. Was send a party as I say Ghana. We don't send a party in Kwa and confia Ghana my but in the party was destroy no we no Ghana ne de. Why you could go to Yamutu Abem. Medin komo no mebisa say NPP. Ukwe social media so the nkrofo kan say by the end of November day now was no man we no man bury o ma day Courage McAfee Nunekpeku member NDC communication team and Ibrahim Adams Mumuni director of operations Adam GH and so adjourn me ene anopay Courage McAfee Nunekpeku Nunekpelu I was say Nunekpeku what's said din Mr. What's said din no what's say what travel for what training Nune said Penu Ibrahim Adams Mumuni director of operations Adam GH so adjourn ene anopay ya bane ya baba bedi enkommo Ibrahim good morning.
Good morning Yaba.
Courage good morning.
Good morning madam.
You edamase. Thank you. Me kwa yie. Yanya yie kakra. Lady ba kwa ene ne wa ha say o ye kanti ho. The husband February ba ye week pepepe. Wow. Young lady.
That's bad.
Oh, oba banya sa wo yare no obesa ne ho ya de wa ba fie. Wa ba fie oba ya week. Rick pepe.
Yeah man, but here for kafra.
Oba wukunu February cheba. Apenku papa bi na de asra na we de atoso. Apepe ne ma kakra fedi o.
Edi.
Omo ofia ne ho mfa no kakra bi ase. Onso omo ba foforo ase obedu se bi a system no. Weda no system no oh. Them call private hospital omo do ha.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. They asked for my somebody imagine that machine piece na mama miaba yako edimu
edimpa
se watna wumu twen okunu na obedu a ja obenya
obedu ya
obesa anya akunya nde ene nya nkitahudi na yesi nwa mfam de yaman yako Adam PhD nze executive yaman yako
erase
shedding yes ani
shedding emu ya pa ebe say 2 weeks to say BBC ebesie no on say continue or down to our first steps no oba no woko exist if you exercise but say esa da bakra onya baabi nso can you imagine da bakra onya baabi nso na afi da baya de esin ya ro semti
culture ni enkoja okwan
na nka mukogya ye
se de ya dane buchafo
nya hwe yesi otwe ankwa Ngomako. Kaya juti ase. Aha, nti ye wa ye tube boy ensa. Oni adam ji tube boy ensa. Ba cho memo mabam na mami ni nkomo we. Enema bebre koso ewo MPP amanyokuo mu. Many senior political science lecturer Kwabena University of Science and Technology Dr. Kwesi Amachi Buatin Yekuo mu asante aso korepe. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
Na, what you say?
Radio Security do me hoye.
Edenya mi ase. Doc no pedie ye din komo afa aniama hoduo pia eyiniti ewo the new patriotic party emwenim say contest internal party elections biano ede ensama hoduo pinu na eba estatifri honorable Alan Kwadwo Martin was so resigning after woko as an independent candidate election 2024. Osha contest na empanifo mienu ene ehwe Dikan Vice President Dr. Mamadou Bawumia and Honorable Kennedy Akompeko e Japan. O follow one more campaign a who do a one more eye. And near my SEC ever MPP. And a penquama me pese minu e DNA say after 4th November no reconciliation betting a Juma MPP.
Damasina chair at for and the credit say omoto abani via MPP to omumpo or say omutimi igina brani omugina say nipaku iku bako ema na omutimi ehwe womoni nti ase ni say samre ni dua mpenifo no nyina betranse mpenifo no nyina no omo a ejina me ato abama wo no omo so ka ho se na wo mo pese ikuma no nto abama wo mo no mu ni iku nanim dia omo susu ya omo wo bia no wuyi omo ankrankre interest omo wa omo nim se enam iku no mu ena sa interest no ebetimi aye adwuma eno tinu se tie bia no omo gina mu ekosi se omo beto abana wie dia enya dia obi abeti no ho reconciliation be adwuma competition no na aye hot competition no aye very very hot but bi bia ni ho abeto samre eda di se omo to abana wie a omo tembe tete bi bia ni ho wi ru lanche matin a woyi ni ho asi nchen a omo aka na omo da so gina mu no omo gina mu ase ni se ekoni hihye ya efa bato omo de tunu ho no omo pene so. In political science, the focus is on the rules of the game and then how are the actors involved in the competition, irrespective of the rules of the game. The moment Obibe no want to say Alan, no way you know what film a complete breakaway. Near the no they are not atunchen. But one more they are all generally supposedly operating in the context of party no and she at the end of the day, no, the interest of the party and so a one more also personal interest because their fortunes are so much attached to the party so that the Kwabena one more himself was so much and one more to me and they will reconcile.
Okay, party ni leadership Your Council of Elders womu National Executive members womu empenifo party ni wotre ya empenifo dada no ya hwe alla na kwan of aso ani breakaway ebaye honorable candidate Japan e wo contest me say dey wo kan say emu aso eja etuato wogina simpie bia so woka say de mudidi alla no momfa endimi wo hwe issues ala nkwadwe chemate erezi ye ya etoto mu a woka say wa resign wo kose kontonkre sansem kro na be honorable candidate Japan so erezi a wo hwe eye ensam a issues a internally no empanifo entimi address wo muntimi so ano sense be mala na kọ candidate Japan so ka ala na mudi adi ni mudi muntimi mfendimi
the question is, as I'm to Allah, no, they are completely different. And three, Abana or Mokoto, no, the super delegates, no, Obi Dani, no, and Amalan in Kuku. Nemum eye, and a more be a nipper be up to a sassia da. Me fat sassam free, and rap or a foconum, ye woman free, Kunumono. In a way, no. Canada, Japan camp, I don't understand it and I don't agree with them. There's nothing like that taking place. About November 4th, no. Electoral Commission na so. And to be to me and Kase, Obekwa rigi elections, no, it will not happen that way. And you know the rules governing the elections, and they are Kase. Can camp and say rules ni bi wo ho a omwani ni ho ana omomodi no omonka na mpanifo no hwe no om enyimfi ho ana say wo monsa kire mu but when me am for specific issue concerning the rules na e dey go to abana ma now ka say generally said the DT alan yem fa bi omunti fa bi ni wa I disagree with him because what happened to Alan is something completely different. The party was in a way prepared, oriented to support Dr. Bobie. And ABB at the establishment did. And that is normal in politics. Nobody did anything wrong against Kojo Alan Chematin. He got his politics wrong. Politics essentially are the exercise of influence. I'm quoting Robert Da, a notable person in political science. Politics essentially are the exercise of influence. And the influence, I'm a support to Dr. Baumiachi. You can't complain. Omonka se obi kotru abana ya mananto. Omonka se they stuff the ballot paper with this and that. Omonka sa minti asemba ko pe cry fasa mano. And you know it was not the electoral process and a year flawed. No. There was this aspect how I want to decentralize the whole issue. No, Alan did not raise a case on that. The 9 as competitors, sorry, was asked them. But then, because it's a woman company for the court now say, no woman in our side get to me say, Francis say, you're fair. A bed woman you trabano easily. Now I call 13. You bet cut it cost. Now I want you to you can't, after the exercise, raise a case and say, that was against me. No. You had the opportunity, you had the time to address that issue. You didn't do it. At the end of the exercise, you keep quiet and work with the outcome. My response, Eddie.
Okay, so say you have contest now. And penny for no, penny for me, new Anna LED. Vice President Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, Honorable Alan Kwadwo Martin. So we contest ni mu ye pa dia. Obani sam penifo we say emi ya wo mu lead Vice President Ghana fo enyina enim say he is the head of the economic management team. And now all head economic management team no, the Ghana edu no say economy no a collapse a crash. IRF intervention kura ba mu no enhye da enyina ba bibia ye vice president ya 2016 inflation 15% ya also be super incompetent your debt to GDP 120 billion and your debt to GDP 500 your debt Ghana your debt rather say 570 billion debt to GDP and number say 80% one money ade any inflation baby and then 43%. Any situation Ghana wom and then obo kan Japan ya sabe ne nsem keka depart in penifo atem tena ne platform so said ye what ne ye politics and then a party like MPP we have the men they were intellectuals and penifo we me na LED wo hwe said ya kan se ne ko any that be an possibilities anya Dr. Bomia e be ye kan no dia na wo kan dia fa ho.
In the first place, you know, that the premier in the league campaign, the Obia, Canada that say a one horse race, Dr. Bomiano Mukoto Banamano. The Gidis was so 60% plus. The Gidis was said Dr. Bomiano 60% plus. To me, it's going to be a no show. Campaign no, and one more ama agitation, sabam. Any probably make a commentary. Almost as a cafa or a lanchematin, so a grassroots person, in baby Omunya Ansah. Some way, if any be GD say, or can a Japan see a grassroots person. I disagree. Any part else, sorry, I could do a PhD or a bunting and just say, or more I could in a killing in our cry and people form the Tuaba. When I say, one more sorry, Koti can achieve on the rallies in Adino, only MPP for who has done that analysis. And I disagree, I will cancel the Pammy Nuna. I said the front runners, only one front runner, Dr. Baumia. As I'm thinking beyond the hope.
Dr. Baumia, I hear the Kayon.
Or the kind that no Indian Shatia crowd, what the kind Indian Shatia crowd, what the kind almost yes, in Shishano, Ama, a Kumano, I a position to support him. Dr. Baumian on the credibilities, on the shortcoming, of course, baggage from 2016 Urbano and Nadiwo MPP. And all it will be the general elections. And Nadiwo MPP. In the MPP, there's no contest now. A one horse race, Dr. Baumia is going to win handsomely.
Dr. Kwasi Amache Buatini, a senior political science lecturer at KNUST, and you're not train and common. This guy, our Facebook, Gideon Okran. Gideon, my name can someone will say, Edumana Mayano. Manye, my appointment letter, and for free NDC party headquarters. And I was soon as one, my name is salary, our NDC party headquarters. The minister NDC party headquarters, you see, is Siwada Braka. And I'm not here said they be and criticizing MPP any government. Be being ye our NDC mua, etina meteha, me criticize it. Me nye juma ma NDC, me na NDC payroll so. And NDC ne tuyameka. And I mean kwa NDC penibia office so oma miska. Me nye bida. Enti say me yesho because me won say wa attack me. And NDC for na NDC for asem na meka. And NDC for asem na meka. Me nti asem me beka MPP for nko asem. A political talk show. All the political parties. MPP niwa NDC neba. It is a because we NDC mua. I have every right. Some me criticize it. Say o national chairman or junior secretary or parliamentarians so be I have every right. It is a criticize or party na say won tiasia ko baby I am criticize or party executives and or party leadership. Because men that NDC payroll so men NDC communicator mo communication bureau members no men ka hu bi me ye na meja akwa me yeduma craft ma bosu so me gimi pay wa ha me gimi pay wa NDC pani bia table so abusuafo member fie na afemi na me di nkomo college ne me paper no cry on here.
With my Babs a popular pan.
Babs, oh, okay. Ma Kwaba, yeah, share you starting free. Your friend is say protest can say yeah, course so Ghana has say, and then after of no issues be braba, BOG governor abe responded. Yeah, or you know one. Yeah, share response. We shall leaders are only lead this protest. Any a dom ya wo mutisi abonten ye di hu nkomo bia but ye di wie ene eti no de babs so say babs aha de na wo ka de afa ho se won sanu adwuma ma oman aboka won sanu adwuma amwa wo man de crisis de economy no ama economy asay then se ubenya nyansasem bi aka kire Ghana fo no omo a omu lead protest Ghana fo tisi abonten ya aka kire omo se omo ye hooligans.
First and foremost, like I say, the insurance of Bema, my executive see the Adam G.H. so much me, and I'm Yami Brapin Yabu, on those show pan and program on Fendi Agrona. Me have my courage, I'm sending them in the share for the first time. I think it's a demonstration outcome was anchoring democracy advocacy movement Ghanaians. And TSA, the Honda Kotechi. To register our revolution and protest against the conduct of the Bank of Ghana governor, Addison.
Okay, now we're
there.
Okay.
Adam G. represented life. But okay, say hooligans, no. Now, me person me share where he comes from because the case will be a hooligan. 3 words near Kabul. 1, or a rioter, a cabinsem. Or South a bully. Oh, and a bunny Nyama say vandalism. Now come you might prove it's a hooligan. Now, your course our protest, make I say, is one of the most peaceful protesters. Mimini Yoku Eddie Wadum in the past few years. And so I was trying to find out what informed the resolve to describe or characterize the entire exercise, which is a constitutional mandate our Ghanaian Biasu under Article 21, Clause 1D. The right to protest is enshrined and it's so fundamental, and that's why it's part of the entrenched clauses in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And meaning, say, Ono Addison, a catch the young from the members of Parliament, civil society organizations, ordinary Ghanaians, I'm feeling say your handling of Bank of Ghana is inimical to the development and progress of Yemani. Now, Omatie as a chromo consistent with the provisions of the 1992 Constitution. Now, city baby describe me say omi hooligans. Then I think say oya one kasa wa ya because in that case you are a product of hooliganism. And I will explain. No appointing with my Bank of Ghana governor, and they pay kings and queens. Our demonstrations, more Ghana ha. Nana Aludanko for His Excellency. They will describe him as a king kong, because we show the history, political history of Nanadwa. He came to political limelight with series of demonstrations. In fact, if people want to describe the competency of Nanadwa, it is demonstration they use. And it is described as one of the most competent politicians in Ghana. A demonstration, and it was the presidency was born out of it. But we thought say no or exercising the constitutional right into nobody thought it was wrong until Addison came and tell us the moment you embark on a peaceful protest to register your displeasure, your revulsion against Nyamabia, that's where we are right now. But you see, as a technocrat, Ghanaians for perception, we say this particular leadership in Bank of Ghana, they are more political than being technocrats. And the comment has given him away. Because I didn't see say, technocrats. They should have come from, excuse my language, politicians, and I struggle and because let me degrade the effect of the demonstration by throwing this jab. But coming from somebody who is a technocrat, no, what man will say, or yeah, politician or share technocratic dress, and I wouldn't show that, and that even goes to justify why I think he has no business being offered. Look, in 2014, we're in this country when the same group of people today who are defending him from the MPP came and calling for the head of Dr. Wampa, who was the governor of Bank of Ghana in 2014. And why was his head being called? Because according to them, the city has depreciated against the main trading currencies by 27% in a space of 6 to 7 months. Led by key communicator Koku Bakun. Go and check the history. What has changed? What are we talking about? We are talking about a government before Onubebano. Onukashi say about protecting public pay because on TSA say a whole Ghanaian friend Abishiwo Yumi. Yamani 52 million Ghana cedis etuane kanti no no ba make sure say oba ba yi size kana mai. SCC size nyama ano. And today we are in a country where ubenya akonwa no. The first thing you have to tell Ghanaians is that when we say most of the banks in Ghana are undercapitalized, have not met their threshold. And into what in your wisdom you better be able to save depositors' money is to collapse these banks. And you need and the amount of money among those banks are undercapitalized is 9 billion. So because of that you collapse them. And you went ahead to collapse them. And you collapse them with 22 billion. Are you a normal government? You sat in that Bank of Ghana, knowing two words. We share a Public Financial Management Act now. It's clear. So, ultimately, and borrow government in excess of 5% over the previous revenue. Now, what the Bank of Ghana printing in excess of 80 billion. You run back to tell me the Ghanaian mama will say, Sikana would print some money. When it started, we denied flatly, said there hasn't been any printing of money. We denied flatly. And I remember it was Honorable Adongo who was the first person to blow whistle on this activity. Say, and on my alarm, say, by going ahead to print this money, we are going to have difficulty with our inflationary issues in this country. You came out with your communicators to run the demand down, say, on checking the fact, say, there's never been anything like it today. It's been exposed there. You printed those amount of money in this country. And I asked myself, so you could print 80 billion, and then you couldn't print 9 billion to hold the banks to be in operation. You see how wicked the government are. And in essence of what Babakashi say, between the period now, what the report by no, Waboka 60 billion. Unprecedented in the history of this country. What Bokadia, a Kua Bokadia, and we'll see you say, I can't ho. And we'll see how we can work hard to recover our losses. And you are telling me that what you plan to build a new Bank of Ghana, we started at $81 million dollars and has now ballooned to $250 million. Come and explain to us, Ghanaians, how you got from 81 to 50 million. You are not telling us that the current Bank of Ghana earthquake zone. So that is your justification for. I mean, can you imagine this? And you hire crowd women can say, so we shall report the content of the report now, item by item. Then you think that look, these people are taking Ghanaians for granted. But you see, coming from the background I come from, where we anchor proper democratic principles, the social contract government has with the anti-phone, it covers every sphere of our lives. Only we say in 2019, a report came out, said Ghana has 5,400 schools and the trees. And the government came out in 2019, 2020, declare a policy say between 2020 and 2025, make sure say eliminating all those schools and the trees by making sure that every year they might 1,000 of these schools. Now, can you imagine? Say, police about this police to within that space, any contract, can't just say cathedral. Do you know, as I speak to you, yes, people say that it's the most expensive hole in the whole world. $400 million has been sunk in that hole, and we don't know where we are. What could you $43 million? So we be clear Odo River. I passed through Odo River right now. You're saying they were the most attractive tourist site in the world. Go and see the Odo River is somewhere, and there's already two internet so on the bar. And then when you come back to tell me, say this 403 million. not accounted for. You had a gag to give $2 million just for feasibility study to have a sky train in this country. When you waste your say calculations. That fund in excess of 1 million Ghana for 6 unit classroom block in this country. Is it in 8,400 schools under this wastage? This is where our anger is coming from. That if indeed we have Ghanaians almost equal right to access to education under the constitution, now only 5,400 schools to be built for them to get themselves out of dilapidated structures and our trees. And we need 5,400, and you can waste 400 million in a hole. You can waste 43,000 in an outdoor which has not been cleaned. You can use $2 million to give someone for free for a facility that cannot bring any project that you need an embassy. And that money, when you quantify, you can give in excess of 8,000 of such schools. Are you a thinking government? Do you expect me sitting here, who have gone through all the villages in this country, how children are there, to sit, be quiet, to take what you are telling me? That in essence $134 million in Kwasi Udaye car maintenance, and you want me to believe that? So I am surprised. Say we are going to that level where, in exercise of our constitutional rights, people still sit back and want to ridicule it. But look, I want to assure Adesin and the cohorts, because about also only deputies, none of them will resign. But I can assure him that whoever was part of this protest believes the class incompetence cannot get us out of the rules. That's why we hit the streets. 17th of this month, of course, there's going to be another one. That one is occupied
17th of this month.
There's no going to another one. We had a meeting yesterday with the regional police command, and we are finalizing the meeting on Monday. Powered by Adam GH and 20 civil society organizations. We are occupying the headquarters of the Ghana Police Service. That is the heading of the demonstration, because we feel say it's about time the police realize their responsibilities in the constitution. When the Ghanaians declare their constitutional right to demonstrate, yes, is to give them protection. The molestation and the brutalization should end.
No, so more protest
exactly
against
the Ghana Police Service itself, against their conduct when there was this occupy the Julobi house. The way Ghanaians were handled, were mishandled, were brutalized. We feel it must end. It must be out of our political discourse. Their job is to give protection to protesters who are embarking on their constitutional right to demonstrate and express their anger and revulsion. And look, the architect of the 1990 constitution are making provision for people to hit the streets to vent their anger. They are not fools. They know. So if we want to protect our democratic dispensation here, the right to allow people to air their views is a significant part of building a democratic process. And if you look at all the advanced democracies, before you go to where it is now, public protest has been an intrinsic part of that process. What about keeping people in the room when indeed Omudiyao? Now all of a sudden, what do we say? The only predictable outcome will be an explosion, and that is why the constitution makes provision there to the extent say to vote people into office to come and hit the social contract you have with them. When they detract, we equally give you the opportunity, even before voting, hit the streets and wake them from their sleep. That this is not the promise you have with us. So wake up. We're in this country where we have Occupy Ghana. People were asking Ghana to allow them to occupy the Flagstaff House. You remember all those? Most of them today are in government, and I'm surprised. People told us that they were waiting like bulls 24 hours today. They are quiet because they have been given appointments. That's my heart. That's my worry. And I expect that at this level where obviously yapping as a country, moral society, free them. People should come on. People should be here speaking. The voices against dissent should not be only against a particular party and the government. No, they might be called consistency. Last time I checked, one of the prominent speakers against the past government, or see this time he voices his voice through text messages. So when you do this, and people on the fence begin to see the position has changed. You had a voice speaking. Now you communicate to government. You communicate against government through text message. It's an insult to Ghanaians. into me about to wrap it up. No, I think same. The demonstration is clearly within our constitutional right, and as a person who was part of it, I never saw any activity be a befitting a description now. I say man, what I said to the demonstration was not only insulting, but it's the height of disrespect. And for me, at the level, it was so more as a technical, even though he was appointed by a politician, and get himself out of the political cloud and begin to see reason of issues that are raising. Now go back to the drawing board and better their workings to have positive impact their lives. No answer. But the time is not that corner. We'll call it for a different relationship between you and the House of Legislature. And like they said, where they are, you will need them. They will call you. And when you get there, if you don't get their cooperation, there are several ways they can get you out of that office. And he knows. So I'm surprised that he's thought that because he has a power.
Several ways, babe.
Look, today, if the members of parliament would want to have a system where they want to get the Bank of Ghana out, they know what to do. What they did was just to let him know that they are not happy with the way a man are running. Look, with a petition, it can start with a petition. This time around, through parliament, he will be called to come and answer questions. And based on the responses of the man, if he was satisfactory. And yeah, parliament, yeah, minority force or my friend 14 times. Out of that 14, a move two pet. And a no crown, wabba, two no could the Akan deputies up and wobble. The thing is that if parliament wants to haul you to the house, they know what to do. If one respond, I'm happy you said the deputies came. But if the very question before, no, and the prime minister, look, you remember when they wanted prime minister to come? Now there was this, I say, you ask for prime minister, you can't hold him. Who didn't he come? Even though Obey said order, but Obey, he was there. They put questions to him, he answered the questions and all that. And I'm saying that if Parliament want to hold anything to Parliament, they can do it, they know what to do. And after listening to at that moment, first our concept party or also the questions they were asking, answers from the man and the member Parliament so on what to do, as in what action to be taken. And if the majority wants to be on the side, it will go to the vote. So and the moment they take you through that process, you know what it means. Because it doesn't happen. It can say, get off your political horse and wear your technocratic way, say, and be your democratic way. Then listen to wisdom. The Ghanaians poured out on the streets last week and make sure so by your wage courage. Oko protest, maybe. Yeah, but I was even part of the people who organized the. I was part of a section of the organization. Oh, okay. That morning, I was me baha. Okay. It's community engagement in now can be. And you will cast our hooligans. No. Mammy chats you for. Let me cheer Obia Titro, your papa John Mahama. Ghana for my funeral, papa. And me tio, me do yakakra. Never because so. Me do ya papa. Me the start here, me fire free baby, me brother the see you know. Who did me who on a cano? A mecano. There be can say I will start for. The man who did me who on a can because we should see him to who did we. Me brother could be her. Your friend, I think divine. Divine. Divine Kasai fine. And all patcho. So you're very sorry about John Mahama, Ninyama, no my way, and yet the my course, John Mahama, any time, and a near my course at near, and can see a chobity. Nasem no kaya new. Near my course, John Mahama time, and a dear course at near. Let's see the compare, can see a chobity. Until now, my dream was and cannot power by and no 20 years ago. Home. Tina dim hoya. Chino nyanti asie. So na wutre mi. Chino na si enti na kaka ubu nu kwano. So na wutre mi titi. So no omo ye adwuma. Say ayi PPP for 2016. So omo si change. Omo nyina na ka ho bi e na change ye hwe na e bae.
eno waka na asem say eniema na ACC and former president John Mahama na omu PPP force do ho agim say Ghana hia sa ensisa change no sa niema no na yenketenkete ba enedi akese nti sa ankrofo no a wo mu lead enene masisi wo sanke yatwa wo biti
very good twani de
enti yentwa wan de
divine na wo feel no dada Ghana fo mu to abati adwamama na wo twani de atiwa
no dada Ghana ono aye ono so ye ne political party ono ne political party no onye campaign ma NDC
nti why ti no ka ho pese ye nkotwa
oye campaign e de ama ono ne party PPP Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndu NPP for nso ejina omu de ba won say tembia no say edu that season na akoya say government in power no one agenda nko ena opposition parties no so agenda nko say one hwe here as opposition parties ni nyina agenda no ebe kwatia you a party in power
then research no ye
sana ebe kwa ye
enu a okasa no okasa ti say obi a or your research or information and away PPP ye way nti that make us say or see the AC and no cause ye twobiti nti why nti na ye nkotwa bisa no o kan crofo so mu twobiti no aka ho bi
are the PPP ba power
PPP am ba power
nti are nti no ni nkotwa
da Ghana for my mutu aba boni ehu na eti no
Ghana for mu PPP for mutu aba
me bra kasa no say obi say I work like a bull and I expect the government to work like a bull. Me working like a bull and pay my taxes. Aye is lawyer Esankuma ne kan ye. Owo here ne. Omo doso, enya Esankuma ko. Omo doso. And omo di omo shed that accurate some facade in a system and omo di dada vulnerable Ghanaians. Bako ye but mami na wakotu baby a friend Agolo. Omoy ene agulo wa yifa omutu bi the topic ba
be aglo for Jesus
there be topic no prayer topic no baku bi say Ghana wo no ma quotations no mama na ade na
courage sometimes no sometimes no seriously NDC communicators say mo raise issues be say be aglo for way and prophet professor Manamate omuwei ena hwa ya sometimes and I don't get it sankrofo we ye MPP fu a omu ye adwuma ma MPP that woman or the one afenyi dadsi oye MPP ni be a grow for Jesus that omu leaders no omu ye MPP fu ya omu ye adwuma ma omu political party ama MPP aba power eti ene no omu enjoy their beneficiaries of Sika Bank of Ghana etwa they are benefiting from loans can oforiata ate so you don't ask omu way
very good and one am pese waka Matthias here
yes into be say you mama na emra me ye ono na ye dey the party aba power go enjoy into ono na ye dey
so Ghana for omu tiase se we no mu saba no mu kasa no mu chro lecture papa bi or the Bank of Ghana crank or bank no your Bank of Ghana board member your friend no lawyer Sam Okujoto or your miami uncle okay or the Bank of Ghana call bank say adentina yes sir ban no ye na free board no so
call court
or call court Bank of Ghana call court and omuku twin ya no omubutia Bank of Ghana say you can't do that and then or infa 2016 2015 o throw letter bebre every time no throw letter nkrofo we muma ye show munsu ebinu mo system no mu they behave like statesmen they behave like people they care for this country but omomuno they don't care for the country omo secret agenda ebini a gifty afenye dazi of agolo or system mana kogu ho no mo ko bompaye no mo ye niama te say they are praying for the nation they are caring for the nation they have their own secret agenda no mo di yo mo niama okay I am happy say me brother Naka say demonstration no omusu oma plan another one na baso me ball ma baso omunyen omukika mo hu na embrantem ye nyina ye de hu bewrem bi e ka me nko anka se see bebre so ya du no every week bia I was say ye gina aban we so enye sa ometon country no nyema be sei apro cross and ya be take over Nothing is moving now. So I am so glad Monkey come home 10 munye. Mo freya ye beba ye de hu be shim ama demonstration no akoyie pa. Now, you know nanama wonim ye demonstration na ye kan ye koye no was one of the most peaceful demonstration na ye country we mu. Very peaceful, very coordinated, well organized. Okay, well managed. Bibia akoyie. But ye wie no na ye expect say ye koko present petition no ama governor no obepie no wabeji. But of course wamba and osuma ni the head of security baji ye oba yes no because it is the governor nanka seksa ni person ombeji na any ni 2 deputies no. The petition is about the governor Ernest Addison must resign. Any yeka any 2 deputies no omo resigning. That is what we are demanding for. Anyamba susa yenkotia no wakotro say there are other ways to address what is happening currently in the country or what is happening currently at the Bank of Ghana. Na enyese dia in the form of hooliganism and hooligans ye cross streets so ekoye dia no. My brother wa church to mu the hooligans no mu church say obi omo ye to trofo omo say nyama and omo ye gang omo tisikroma omo say bibia. That is certainly not what we went out there to do as demonstrators. We are very responsible citizens. Members of parliament are responsible citizens. Citizens that went there. A lot of the CS are very responsible. Demonstrated as per the constitution allow us to do. Demonstration is one of the avenues to ventilate your grievance. All over the world, people use it. And peacefully. Then the man comes out to describe us as hooligans. You know, I am not surprised because the likes of Ernest Addison, they are all over state agencies. Be brave, very arrogant, very disrespectful. They are all over state agencies. We call police servicer, we call electoral commissioner, Bobie, Supreme Court crample the likes of Ernest Addison because Nana Addo appointing all these very arrogant party people in this sensitive, critical, important agencies. I almost say those agencies no. So I am not surprised that Addison is speaking the way he's speaking. Now, let's look at something. Who are the board members of Bank of Ghana? Do you know that Phyllis Addison is accountable to the directly to
Ernest Addison.
Well, you're accountable to the board. So the board no tenase no akasase ne or the board ningi nine etchi form or the bank ningi nine etchi form. Who are the board members? Then you see the kind of people there and they are watching this man misbehave the way he's misbehaving. The first one, and the deputy mienunu baku ye Dr. Maxwell Opoku Afare. Onu ne the first deputy of the governor. Second one ye LC Ado Awuji and ye the second one. The third one ye Dr. Samuel Ninoe Ashon. Mr. Joseph Ahassan onusu a board member. Dr. Kwame Owusu Nyantechi onusu ye board member. Onu kwandia meba na asem no so. Bebia ade o ye o hono meba na so. The next one we are Andrew Adote Boy Do. Another one is a Comfort F. Okran. Comfort Okran. That is the wife of Reverend Okran of ICGC. Then you were Jude Kofi Bakno. Then you were Angela Chremanten Juno. Then you were Dr. Regina Ohini Daku Odunchum. Then you were Professor Eric Oduchum. You were Professor Eric Osei Asibe and Sandra Thompson as the secretary. They are the board members or external directors of Bank of Ghana. I was say, Omo trip papa we etinasi. No more catch reno, nyansa sembi chreno. Say, look, The Bank of Ghana is not your personal business. And yet you sole company I will run business I will run I will be to me the you have to work according to the rules and regulations of the Bank of Ghana. And so Oma Tennessee and Anyama way Ekosu. So you know anchor demonstration where Kosono, I was expecting say the board will sit down with him. No Omuninaka. Oh, this is what they are saying. They say a letter be no metro to allay the fears of the Ghanaians or the demonstrators now. Now go ahead. But then you share or see your hooligans. And no, Miko Cow baby said, we ye penny ne kasa ana ne sebi wabo wanu sabu kakra ne ye di mic ebetu anima. Don't talk. Just tell them, oh, next time ana ne dia minima sembiaka. But na sa wonu sabu na sa wu kasa sa na obekasa ena akosi. Who is a hooligan more than somebody who spent 97 million cedis on travels alone? Who is a hooligan more than this person? 97 million for travels alone. Who is a hooligan? Somebody who spent 64 million on repairs of computers. Computer now says no omo repair keke. Was say 64 million on omo repair computers. And then cut off for go and buy brand new. Okay, who is a hooligan than Obia was spending 32 million on communication. Communication, or see only media for communication, letters and whatever, was spending 32 million. And that person is referring to people who went on peaceful demonstration as hooligans. Who is a hooligan? Than somebody who said, me expenditure in a whole year, no, 287 million. I cannot disclose how I spend it. These figures are coming from the Auditor General's report. Auditor General report, 287 million. We see, me name how I spend that money and disclose expenditure. And this man has the guts, the infantry to call somebody a hooligan. It shows clearly that Papano, he's arrogant, and it's obvious that office of the Bank of Ghana is being macro managed by somebody else. And I am expecting Parliament to escalate this issue more than what they are doing currently. Almost your mind inviting about 40 times or so, and not 10 times or so, one to me and back. I want them to continue to invite him, and if there are any steps they can take per Parliament, you know, orders, they should take it immediately. They should take it immediately. They should escalate the issue to remove this man from office, because it's obvious. Waboni tipo se diamiano and one me foul bia some yahe. He's so determined. Matisse yakani 1 year be ne or babe core pension. So let's also make sure that all core pension unku Bank of Ghana and core pension. Oh, Bank of Ghana, you are the regulator of all the banks in this country. When you buy it, when you came, you assume office. You said things were not going well. Which between banks, best 8 to 9 banks, including GN Bank, you know, UT Bank, Unibank. And I'll say, you are the regulator. They are not following due process. They are not going to proper bookkeepings. So you are applying the rules of Bank of Ghana. And the rule says that when you are not doing that, you revoke their license. And I will cause you a revoke your license. Jobs were lost when you could have used just 9 billion cedis to inject some capital into the system and then bring the banks back to track to work. Then you save jobs and save this work and these banks. But why when you now count 25 billion said would the collapsing banks we know and would the collapsing all these financial institutions. Today, most people have lost their jobs. The banks have collapsed and they are all at home. You, the same person who use your bank regulations, your bank's rules, okay, would they collapse banks we know? You the same man. You are flattening your own rules. You are flattening the old regulations. Now who follow you flattered all of them. Including
but say sometimes no. I am who is a parliament and so Ghana. Because wo cheska one starting just a day or starting free baby parliament and so one more winning say emra wo hono me was a guiding and regulating adwuma ya wo violate emra no adenti na no say be raise issues ye betete mu parliament ni e jane saa ni e ka kire say ya semo no wa pay before parliament wa ma ni e jane saa ni ya tietem ni ya ka ya semo no wa pay before parliament wa ma ni e jane saa not once not twice not thrice na ekoso na kwa akodu baby ti say wetimi atwa sika close to 80 billion
77
billion na afa de be say yenya say yewi ye parliament na omo da mra na no hye mra no enti omo adwuma ne say be ka say ye invite no wa ma ne ya tietem wo tweska ne ja ne sa e wo bra omo ankasa nim ensunsanso a papa ade na papa ne ensunsanso de bebre
nana waka matiwase I totally agree with you.
This one is enkontia minority nkwa the whole parliament house no because almost I will to me
say me cry at the point that me can say the approval of Kenoforiacha was a bit problematic and almost no more nice at that time and no more rejected Kenoforiacha and Kenyenye and by now and can ye femu but I don't know what happened. The everyone say ya passing and all in them. So I think Parliament would need civic responsibility also almost for feeling our Parliament hall. And now ye ni na mu yes you are inviting no and one ba yes you are inviting no on ba. So that is if we compel them to organize this demonstration to call for his head. So on resigning so that things can prevail well.
Time I call on him to resign and he must say we. But or starting me sometimes no can say na wo kan kra na won so kra do baby because or start na make say nene or start courage or start free baby enti your friend 1 2 3 4 5 na wa man parliament e wo document ya e chese ade papa no eye no obum na so wo odi o man na bro no e wo say ye tena se ma ade ni sewie ansa na ya ka say ya sorry one day say on resign.
I think the
Adiana say we Adiano I say every because just a year Sika Wabaka over 60 billion
60.58 billion
within the same year no OC office building complex yes and pass it through parliament. It was a tenancy baby and tenancy is it for political gains? You say okay Adiana say we are enu mu ye betimi anya bibi de film ti yenhwe wo de yeso omra wa ma ye beja no enti ade ne sewi a esase ye pe bibi afri ade na ase ni mu ntino afri ne ye be kama Ghana fo nyina hu se afri ye frɛ no wa ma ya ka wa enti ade na se ye wi
nana is part is it tells you the rot in the system all over papa no ase wo tumi bi ode ye ni niama. Look, Mika Dr. Nyantechi Owusu, one of the board members of Bank of Ghana. Onim say on only hotel no osinu. Yamano tax waiver of almost $23 million. Onim say
$23 million
tax waiver. Bank of Gold
Obi hotel was
OC private hostel private hotel was you. Was a board member of Bank of Ghana. Obi also holding the governor accountable. We president a troll letter say ye man waiver. Nipa we susu no no any president they are married from the same family. President Obama wari ahono no suko wari ni sister. So we koswa how can you hold the Bank of Ghana governor no accountable? So you cannot hold him accountable. The system no is there's so much rot in the system that odi faha enye into the can say here by say these people we have to reject them come 7 January. We would hold the system, we would do our best to make sure things are done well. But let's go out, let's continue to go out. I am very happy, Adams, let's continue to demonstrate and demonstrate. If there will be a change, fine. If they say they will not change, we will change them come 7 December.
That's it. Now, young topic for Froso.
I'm saying, but you see, point I now raise it for Parliament when you say Parliament as an institution, and the word the for also why they aligned a political party. Now, when they feel say maybe a Kosovo or a catch a better, they can come out of Parliament and express what you are seeing here. Now, as a body, that's why they say now they are going to invite him over to. Then they will deal with the issue instead of person. And that's why I say when we get to that point now, at that moment you are now going to face the system. And from there, if there's any indictable way, then the court can also take it up from there. So because the activities of BOG is governed by laws. And once there's a clear indication say there will be a violation of management there, I think the laws will take its course.
Okay, yes, sure, honorable candidate Japan. NPP ahead of one more presidential primaries issues be brave. Aberina na mene amache boatin eye hu interview na utie amache boatin ne nsam kan na utimi hu se uru baby o just straightforward just no curve no just bibia ni uru amache boatin say is for Baumia.
He's part of the established system.
It's for Baumia.
The system now might establish it to make sure that then there one person will emerge as the winner, which is Dr. Baumia.
Oh, but me no, I didn't start saying Alan issues ni buy and I'm a contest be any baby. Because key contest no, I didn't start initially no, it was between Alan and Dr. Baumia. And mafia Alana so you know free no. Enti the Kennedy shoulder contest be any baby.
Well
contest be any baby.
I said you started omuba bemu 2017 there was this document Japadie. That document you can want some obi say Debbie they can't even obi cry catch them say there are some grammatic errors in that document, so it cannot be coming from these people. Is there anything in that document to move for feeling? From the banking sector to insurance to the media, everything in that document has been fulfilled. Even how they want to make sure they silence the Ashantis, they are all in that document. How they intend to bring somebody as their pet, which is Dr. Baumia, and project him and put him there and control him. That document is being executed gradually. So, look, anybody who won't kind that document, go and get that document and read.
Can.
It's a serious document. It's a document that when the civil war back this country. The party it's a cause for concern for everybody. It's a national security threat to all of us. Look, a whole board chairman managing one of our sensitive company in this country, which is the Ghana Gas. Say the NPP is looting Ghana as if there's no tomorrow. Somebody who have been a cabinet minister, somebody who have been a member of the economic management team, a pillar for that matter, a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, Alan Chemante, or resigning from party, the violent, the system that has put in place to do everything to put one particular person as.
Me sure they give that man a class FM show. Every so dia mo man ya class FM show. How show ya Accra FM show.
Di omo ye no he. Di omo ye no. Hu. O say hu ka obia. Na ye keka ye ho. Because omo party hwe di omo di omo. Papa na wo friend no doctor no awo KUST no. Onu dia so it's obvious so be kebi man ba omia. That son of you, but me on that. On that. Adichia. Unim the oye. Min catch you. Udi adebia mi bahana mi kasema udi mi cheki.
Oni ba mi aneda. Oni letifi.
Ahaya na me catch you say omo more delegates, each delegate age to 20,000. We see that be.
We see 200,000, not 20,000.
Me catch 20,000. Kobo tape no.
20,000 mum.
E ba ye no. Omo chi check $5,000 and $100,000. Ahaya na me kaya mitina akonya we na me catch you say, look, wait. Alan be resigning from MPP. Usi o went to me Baso da. And do 1 week. And Alan resign here. Me catch up, but me on that. At this I enjoy. Or call penny for fee. Or bet take it you no call fee. Who he found now vrongo or call fee. Or cost work itagana must go. Nana, me na me catch up. Would you train in a few weeks to come?
Ghana must go in near my new force.
Shoes the home.
Force.
Nyama koso.
Force near no
chiche. Nyama look. And then me can be a Joy FM. Ulis Cecilia Dapa ni ministry no omo di oba bia beto. Oba do omo di abeto asisia no. World Bank Ansah approving $125 million amano for capacity building. $125 million for capacity building for sanitation, whatever. And for they say capacity of its environmental officers. $125 million. Only quite then. Ye manu 43 million. Ye komu no bebre ko kan fie. Ene mami na aba taking over.
Only zoom lie on a chair.
Me sure say mami no was smiling because $125 million. So
I say zoom lie on o ma wode ayi say dread masters is it.
When we say zoom line issues no.
And then zoom line.
When can we say but I be twem.
I be twem.
There was here.